Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our web class. It is time for a group chi healing. We haven't done one of those in a while now. And I have given a group chi healing yesterday in my local class. And when I said the same thing, they were like, yeah, we haven't done a group chi healing in forever. So I figured we're gonna do one today here as well. You have two versions of Sha Yuan, a short one from last week and a longer version from the week before. I will leave those links online since you all know that the teachers training in New Zealand is in November. And so I leave all of the links of the last classes online, so you can do those while I'm gone, traveling and learning more for all of us. And so you have something if you're staying at home and if you're at home, so you can just go ahead and redo some classes, practice Sha Yuan with those two classes. And we're gonna practice Sha Yuan maybe next week again. Today we're going to focus on healing. As well as I have promised to answer some more of questions that I'm a little bit behind of. So today I have a question and I will read the question to you, but it might sound a little bit specific to you. That means it might sound to you as the question asked or the problem actually explained in the question or in the email is not particularly concerning you. I will try and do my best to explain or answer the question. It's not really a question, but it's a story actually from someone. It's an experience. And I do believe that we all can learn a lot of that out of this story, or we can all together look at some aspects that are in that story. And I do believe that we can all learn and gain some understanding in looking at this experience or looking at this situation from a few different angles and really use it to gain some more understanding that we can all use in our lives together. And since I have received 3 other emails telling me how they really enjoy these Ren Shui sessions, and they have confirmed that they can practice alone, I'm really happy that I can go along with also your feeling, with your complacement, so to speak, with your agreeing. It's nicer to go with your agreeing than without your agreement. And so there is also, so there's this part, we're gonna look at this situation today, and it fits perfectly into a chi healing. And so I would like you to ask to relax yourselves, go into a good posture for chi, or simply even lie down on your bed or on a carpet, on the couch, wherever you are. Stay warm, or you could do some squats while you are listening, drawing back the information deep inside of you. You can also keep kneading chi, row chi, and keep drawing chi into the chi field. But most of all, I would like to invite you to relate as much as possible of the situation to you, to yourself. You can be flexible. It doesn't need to be the exact same problem or issue, but maybe you have gone through something like this, or maybe you are thinking about this theme sometimes, and I know I do. So let's see if we can find some good information, some healthier information that we can use from now on to replace those thoughts with, or that we can use this information that we find together today, so we can inject this information when our consciousness is concerned or dealing with this kind of theme. All right, and all the time we are going to draw back chi and draw in chi further for the healing session, and then we are going to pour this information and the chi inside of us. And this chi then is going to disperse sick information, sick cells, sick chi. It's going to transform the sick chi, so the healthy chi and the information flowing in. And the transformation of our consciousness is going to work on the sick chi in our bodies, on the blockages in our bodies, on the blockages in our Shen. It's going to transform our Shen. And it's going to expand our Shen, or at least initiate some thought patterns that might be new patterns to see a few things in a new light. This all, of course, is what we can call healing. We can actually call this form of healing, healing on a deep level. Why can we call this form of healing, healing on a deep level? When we can transform our consciousness, remove blockages and limitations within our consciousness, remove this black and white thinking, remove an opinion that we can only think in one way about one thing, meaning actually we are on an absolute opinion, or it is an absolute way of looking at one thing. Whenever we do this, or whenever we have to do this because we cannot see other aspects or other angles within a situation, we are then limited. Meaning we have to think about a situation or a problem or an experience in our life only this way. What happens when we can think about something only in one way? It might get a bit tight. It might get a bit lenient or, limited. And whenever we are limited, a lot of potential or a lot of possibilities or a lot of opportunities to healing are not going to be present or are not going to be possible even. So the more open our mind is, the more healing becomes possible. And when more healing is possible, then it means that it can have bigger or wider ramifications in our lives. And those ramifications, positive ramifications, of course, will be benefiting all of our life. Meaning, first, it will help our state of consciousness. If we can think about a situation in several ways, or we can see a lot of angles to the situation, it is probably the case that our Shen won't get disturbed as quickly or as strongly, meaning our Shen will stay in order, it will stay stable. When then our Shen is stable, our pure organ Qi will stay stable and flow freely, undisturbed. This means that our emotions will be balanced and there will be a sense of harmony and joy. It means that the absence of negative emotions will be present. When the absence of negative emotions is happening, we will save a lot of Qi. We will keep our Qi in a better quality. And whenever this is happening, the Qi will also be able to accumulate more. We won't deplete so much Qi. And whenever there is a lot of Qi and in a very good quality present, that means that all the cells in the body will get nurtured and nourished. All the organs, all the body parts, all the body systems, the immune system, the nervous system, and so on, everything will get nourished. So when we have a nourished body, the body will function perfectly or harmoniously. And when our bodies function harmoniously, our Shen will be in a relaxed, calm, and natural state. Our Shen will feel the joy to be alive. Our Shen will feel the joy in living a human life full of potential. And when we are in this state, our destiny can change. In this state, we will be very clear and we will have a strong sense of purpose in our life. We will be very clear in which things we need to remove out of our lives that are limiting or hindering happiness and joy, that are hindering our development of wisdom. So can you see? It's a whole circle that is being formed simply through looking at situations with an open heart and an open mind and being open to seeing different aspects. And there's a lot of possibilities or a lot of room to grow in. A lot of growth is possible to be built up on this foundation of looking and gaining more understanding of a situation. And this is why we can call it healing on a deep level. So we will send some Qi later on to get this information deep, deep inside of us, into all the chi fields, into all the cells and atoms and all the body parts as well, of course. And sick chi will just go. But healing on a deep level really starts within the consciousness. So, reading this story is meant to be used for helping all of us to get some deeper understanding of something. And we'll see. This is my intention, and I hope not to tread on any toes, on anyone's toes. I will do my best to stay with Gongqing. But of course, especially for the one person who actually wrote that experience, try to stay open and not to judge immediately to what I say is wrong or right. Just let it flow inside. And for all of you, the same thing. Let it come inside the information. Let it work inside of you. And then your consciousness can freely transform into a more open state, a more functioning state. In short, I mean to say that using this email today for the web class is meant to help only, especially the writer, the author of this email, but of course all of us as well. The email is written from Susan in California. Hi, Andrea. I see that students in your Thursday morning class often write you about their medical conditions and or life challenges. My situation is somewhat intangible and hard to describe. 8 years ago, I was given a medication. More on that at the end. I was given a medication inappropriately, and it tripped me into a deadly catatonic depression. It led to many more medications, and for years, I walked around in such a state of darkness. This might sound dramatic, but as a friend told me, I have truly walked through the valley of death. I'm almost lost everything. My job, my family, my life. Many, many others died from this medication. I felt dead in mind and spirit, but somehow I pulled through. Eventually, I worked my way off all of the prescribed medications. 6. And life is on the upswing. But I still have many symptoms from this experience: depression, anxiousness, panic, etc. And I still need a different medication to manage these symptoms. I have recently stopped working and moved to a wonderful new place. It is not quite out in the country, but it feels like it. I am very appreciative for all that I have and that I am still here. When working with Qi, I am never really sure how best to use it given my circumstance. When working, I try to focus on positive attributes like joy, happiness, and light. After such incredible darkness, I am trying to find ways to experience joy again. For a long time, I also felt deep shame about my experience, as if I was a fundamentally damaged human being. I have recently heard or learned that this medication had a massive marketing campaign to the medical profession for non-approved and illegal uses. The damage from this particular medication was so vast that the US government sued the pharmaceutical company, and they settled for $1.5 billion, the largest corporate fine ever. Many died from this, especially among the elderly. It is not really mentioned in the legal article, but in other articles, the main side effect was suicidal thoughts and people taking their own lives. I don't really have a question, but this is my circumstance. Although much improved, I have not fully recovered from this experience and my chi is very depleted. Thank you for your classes. As a new student, the classes sometimes feel too advanced for me, but I always get something out of it. With gratitude, Susan Fairwong Wong. How do you all feel when you hear something like this happening? Have you been able to observe some patterns being activated within you, within yourself, when you hear such a serious story about a fellow human being of yours, even a fellow Rentre practitioner of ours? What kind of patterns are triggered within you? Do you feel righteous or do you feel anxious? Do you think a lot about how to deal with the whole confusion in the healthcare department? First of all, I would like to say what Janse said to me first time I had a private time with him together. The one thing that really stuck out for me, or that really stayed with me in a very strong way, in a very intensive way, is that when he said, everything can heal, everything can be repaired. He said that to me after telling me all the things that were wrong with my chi and my consciousness and all my problems after about 2.5 hours or something. And I was really happy to hear that. In that moment when I heard it, I also had no doubt about it, because obviously I had been listening to Janse for 2 hours, and 3 months beforehand I had just visited my first retreat with Janse, so I just had met him. For me, the whole chi experience was very new, being that real. Chi wasn't new to me actually, but the experience of having someone explain it to me in reality was new to me. So when someone told me without any restrictions, someone like Janse with this knowledge that he has, and I didn't even know a lot then of him, you know, how much can you learn in 2 weeks? It's not that much that you can learn in 2 weeks. But somehow I felt his confidence and his calmness and his deep knowledge. That kind of knowledge that seemed to have come from within him. He just knew that everything can be repaired. How can someone come to this conclusion? How can a human being get to be this secure and this knowing about that everything can repair? Let's be honest. Each time we have pain, each time we have a problem, or for those of you who have long-standing problems, serious disease or sickness, meaning maybe life-threatening diseases, this is still a big topic, isn't it? This is still a big theme that your consciousness is constantly working with. Can everything really repair? Can everything heal? The basics of Qi tell us that Qi is information, energy, and material. And what type of information is being put into the energy, this type of material we will become, or we will receive, or we will manifest, we will create or generate it. The basics of the whole thing is also that human consciousness has the ability to gather more Qi of very good quality from the universe. Because universal Qi sticks to human consciousness. It's following our human consciousness. Where we think to, this is where the Qi will flow to. Healthy Qi will disperse and clear unhealthy Qi and blockages. So think yourself, these 3 simple principles. Can everything repair? Can everything heal? When Qi gathers, physical body will manifest. When Qi disperses, physicality will turn back into Qi. Let's see, what is all physical? Your bones, are they physical? So have they formed out of dense Qi? Your organs, are they physical? Your saliva and blood, are they physical? The food you eat, is this something physical? How about medications you take, are they physical reality? How about toxins? Are they physical reality? When you have pain inside of you somewhere and you do some pulling chi and the pain goes away, why do you think you cannot disperse other forms of chi? For example, physical forms of chi. Why do you make a discernment between chi, pain, and physical chi? Why do you go to a place where you choose one or the other? I heard Janse once say a story, tell a story to us about a monk who was out and about wandering and he didn't find water. And he kept walking and walking, looking for water, searching for water, needing to drink. And finally, late at night, close to what you call it when there is no water inside of dehydration, close to dehydration and total exhaustion. It was dark. He found a puddle of water on the street. And he just lied down right there and drank from it, and he fell asleep right there and then, completely exhausted. The next morning he woke up, and with the light coming in, he saw that the water was polluted from a dead animal's corpse. I think it was a dead animal corpse. It was polluted. There was a dead animal corpse in it, I'm pretty sure. I heard this story a long time ago, but I know it was polluted. And the monk didn't have any problem. Because he just said, you know, his consciousness just once was happy to have water to survive. We also know, for example, the story, I'm sure you all know the story of kings and you know, political figures who grow up to be in a power position and they are given poisons to make the body get used to poison so their bodies can handle poison. Why am I talking about these kinds of things? Because I think it's important to look at the consciousness information here, at the information that is residing within the consciousness. When we are in a situation where we think that we are being treated unfairly or treated unjustly or treated wrongly, it is a very difficult situation because we do feel like a victim. Once we do feel like a victim, something very specific happens. the influence about our feeling bad, about our whatever it is that we feel bad about. Is it disease? Is it sickness? Is it an emotion like fear, anxiousness, being suppressed, being treated unfairly, and so on? Is coming from the external. Meaning, when we feel like a victim, we have lost all form of control. When we feel like a victim, we have lost all form of self-autonomy. There's a lot of situation where it is very simple to understand how victimhood can become a part of our thoughts and how we can feel ourselves as a victim, how we can feel that someone has done something bad towards us or something wrong towards us. And very often it is very easy to see, or very easy to judge actually, that we are right. So very often we are in a situation where everybody, every human being would say, this isn't right. You have done wrong. You have been done wrong. That's how I say it. You know, someone has done wrong towards you. And everybody would give you right. This might create a problem within the healing mechanisms, within your potential to heal yourself, within your ability to heal yourself. Because what has happened? All the power was taken from you. And your consciousness has taken on the position of, I can't help, I haven't done this. It is not my fault, or I didn't cause this. Are you starting to see where I want to get to? I understand everybody who has been done wrong by, so to speak, because this happens to all of us to some degree. Why is this? Because there is a lot of human beings who have not been growing up with harmony and peace, who have not been growing up to be educated to follow the laws of human life, to be following the laws of chi, to be following totality of a human life. Ergo, there will be sickness and disease and suffering have caused. There will be suffering in this human's life. And whoever is suffering will cause more suffering inside oneself or inside others. We will develop patterns of insufficiency, patterns of lack. Therefore, we will be developing patterns of greed. We will be developing patterns of jealousy. We will have patterns of insecurity and fear. Therefore, we will have patterns of protection, defense, blame, guilt, and shame. All of this is very easy to see and very easy to understand. Right? Can you see? It is very simple, actually. It's not very complex to see how we humans get to suffer and how we then make ourselves and others suffer more. Because we are not in a state of harmony and order. Our Shen doesn't function clearly. We have lost clarity. We are in a state of ignorance or confusion, in a state of suffering. And in this state, we cannot make good choices, healthy choices that will lead to healthy effects. We cannot sow healthy seeds, and therefore we will not harvest healthy seeds. We all, every single one of us humans, sits in this boat. We all sit together in this boat. We might have different patterns, but we all make judgments from those distorted patterns. Meaning, when someone gives you some wrong medication, let's make it a bit towards the one example we have today. What do you think this person has tried to do? Do you think that person has planned to become a multi-serial killer, doing or trying to, his intention or their intention would be to do genocide, killing a lot of people, or even making a lot of people sick? Or did this person maybe try just to make a living, try to make money? Maybe even did this person have big troubles with the pattern of insecurity and therefore needs to feel power and status through money and make a lot of money? Do you really believe this person does not come from a state of suffering and confusion and insecurity because they don't know better? For all of us, we have to understand that humanity is trying to do their best they can. And I do believe that every person in the health modality, from the biggest pharmaceutical companies down to the little therapist sitting in his room doing one-on-one work, no matter what modality this therapist is using, somehow has it in his heart somewhere to wanting to help people. But all of this is simply a situation that has happened, and it is an unfortunate situation. What can we do about it? What can every one of us do about it? We can work with methods that lead us to self-sufficiency and self-control, to self-autonomy. We can use methods and theories that lead us to a deep sense of knowing, on which, or based on which, we can make healthier and healthier and healthier choices. Who makes us take medications? Is really someone standing in front of us and make us take medications? Or, I forgot an important part here. Is anyone standing in front of you with a pistol, with a gun, making us take medications? Or, is anyone making us have any type of treatment? Where does sickness come from? Who has caused the sickness that you need treatment, help, and medication for in the first place? Most human beings are being born with a healthy chi condition, ergo a healthy body and a healthy mind. Most humans. I know this whole theme is a very big one, and this is really something to think about for all of us. Janse certainly never says do not take medication, ever. He doesn't tell us to not use this or that modality, but he does point out that a modality that is not based on the total reality of Qing, Qi, and Shen and the universe and all its connections is probably prone to not being safe and bearing unhealthy risks or negative risks or dangerous risks even. So what do we do? I think this is a dilemma for the whole human race. For now, we don't take on two extreme points of views. And we work on the patterns behind our feeling of being treated unjust. So to be able to heal, we need to understand that no one really is to blame. Why? Because if no one really is to blame, the I is going to be possible not to see oneself as a victim. And when you are not a victim, you have the power and the control and the potential to help yourself. You can choose then, from there on, from this place of unlimited possibilities, choose modalities that will eventually heal and repair everything within you. Until then, you stay in a relaxed, calm, and healthy state using medications or other treatments if you do feel that you need them. If you do not have enough knowledge or understanding yet to say, I don't need this, I don't take this, I don't use this. But you keep learning and you keep gaining more understanding. And because you know that this is what you are doing, because you know you keep learning yourself, you keep developing and understanding about your health, where it came from and how you have lost it and how you can repair it. And all of this will bring you in a state of non-victimhood. It will give you the state and the benefit of being able to influence your life in a big, big way, in a very positive way, and in a very strong way. That means that your consciousness will be getting stronger and stronger in deeply knowing that I'm okay, I am safe, and I can use what I want to use. I can do what I want to do. I can take what I want to take. And your body will heal and repair, and your Shen will heal and repair, and eventually you will not be having to use medications anymore. Can you see what I'm trying to help all of us see? The state of consciousness needs to stay in a place where it is open, so it has unlimited possibilities. The state of consciousness needs to stay in a free, non-extreme place of I'm never ever going to take help from anyone else again, or I don't need this, or I don't have checkups on myself. We want to stay safe first and foremost. This is Ren Shui, rule, if we have any rules, so to speak. Number one, it's our biggest, I don't like the word rule much, but it's our biggest awareness, staying safe first. But we do have to keep working on our patterns of consciousness around giving off responsibility to others, because as long as we do give the responsibility of our health off to others, we will eventually, or maybe, put ourselves into the position that we will feel like a victim. Humans make mistakes, and every human who tries to help you can make mistakes, and it happens very often because of most human beings who are in these types of jobs or positions, like for example doctors. There is so many people constantly putting their responsibility about their health. They're just pushing it away, and they just put it in the hands of a doctor. Have you ever thought about how much pressure a doctor has to deal with deep inside? Obviously, the outside pressures are clearly the times of the work, their working hours, their the amount of people they have to see, the whole organization, for example, in a hospital or in a clinic. When people are coming in, the stream is never ending. So no matter how much they work, they are just never, ever gonna finish their work. But the internal pressures of somewhere, everybody must know that every human being carries their responsibility for their own health themselves, actually, because the biggest influence in our chi, therefore in our body and our Shen, is coming from our Shen, from inside. Whoever manages to work with chi according to the laws of life, and whoever manages to keep their state of consciousness healthy, calm, uplifted, clear, unified, relaxed, whoever manages those two things will manage their own health, and will never ever having to be a victim anymore. So the most important thing is to work towards the purpose in life, to not having to put your responsibility on others. to be able to carry this responsibility with a joy and a deep sense of knowledge. The biggest task, well, one of the big tasks in life is to never ever put yourself into the position that you need to blame someone else for your suffering. Why? Because this is the only way out for you to be free and to be truly healing on a deep level. In reality, this is the only way out. To look at the patterns of blame, blaming someone else, because only this will set you free. If you manage to clear the patterns of blame, you will manage to be free. You will manage to be happy. You will manage to be eventually healthy. We all will be. Maybe I shouldn't say you all the time, but when you teach, that sometimes happens. So when I teach, that sometimes happens. Can you see how important this is now to at least be brave enough to look at if you carry patterns of blame towards someone else? And if you still carry those patterns, then to work on them. It is beautiful work because it is giving you a lot of freedom. How do we do this? How do we look at the pattern of victimhood? How do we stop blaming others for our suffering, sins? A lot of times it seems righteous. First of all, we think about all those things that we have heard the last hour. And we allow our consciousness to work with it in an open way. Not to judge too much, that's not right, or this is nonsense, or that seems to be a bit extreme to me to say, I can't blame others. The next step is to work on the pattern of not putting yourself down, the opposite of blame, which is guilt and shame. We humans often, when we don't blame anymore, or when we understand that we can't blame the outside or others anymore, we often simply turn around and blame ourselves. And then we feel shame and guilt. And that is just as damaging. And it does not go with the laws of life either. Because what applies to other people applies to ourselves as well. We have taken actions, or we have done things or thought things the way we did or thought them because we didn't know better. Because we were suffering, we did them in a certain way. Blame, or in this case shame and guilt, doesn't help, or blaming oneself. Putting yourself down is not the next step in healing. The next step in healing is coming back to the understanding, okay, I am here right now, and this is the situation. I am dealing with this and this and this. I have to take this and this medication, for example. I have those kinds of states of consciousness. And that all has happened in the past. It was caused in the past, but here I am And I know that the past is the past and I cannot change the past. And feeling bad about this doesn't change anything either. So I learn from here on more. I gain more understanding and I will make it better, because then I can make better choices. I can choose to make decisions that initiate causes or that cause healthier results and effects. And eventually, everything will be repaired. I choose diligent work. I choose determined to work with a lot of effort on myself, on my life, on my understanding, on my wisdom, on my body, on my chi. And eventually, I will have worked myself out of the situation where I am now. So this is the first step to healing, because once you have managed this step, you will feel like you feel now. I feel very uplifted and very powerful and very hopeful. You know, I feel there's a lot of things I can still do to get better. I can still learn so much. I can develop so much. There's so much room for development and for making things better. And I feel totally keen to keep going this way, no matter how hard it is. Do you feel this way too? Every one of you. If yes, can you see that this is the soil for healing? This is where you plant your seed. You sow your seed for healing in this state of uplifted, calm, relaxed knowledge that you can learn, that you can repair, that you can grow, and that you will get healthy. Maybe you have to buy yourself time first with chi, but eventually you will get healthy. So, in Ren Shui, we do not put ourselves down. We do not allow a state of guilt, shame, blame ourselves or others. We choose potential and the self and the knowledge that we can learn and grow and develop. And then we choose to put in the effort to do so. And this makes you one of the most powerful human beings in the world. And it makes you very soon a very healthy and a very happy human being. At least this is my experience, and I know for a fact that you and I are no different. We are all humans with a brain, a shen, a heart, a body, and an individual law that we can follow and change our destiny. And with this information now, we are going to use the chi with this information and pour it deep inside of us. Bring it deep, deep inside. And therefore, we all should sit in a position together. So sit up, please, onto a chair with your feet on the floor, shoulder width apart, feet flat on the floor. Lifting up from Bai Hui. Your tongue tip is resting on the upper palate. And we're going to do the healing today like this. Just take the chi field now, feel the chi field. There is a lot of chi inside, and there is a lot of very healthy and very strong information inside. The information is expanded today. And every one of us needs a little bit of courage to look at this information, to face this information. But no fear is needed. This information also is strong information to set you free. So don't restrict yourself. Don't resist. Just allow the chi to go deep and deep inside. And we bring our hands and the chi field to the places I call up. And you make the hands deep inside and the whole chi field one with the area that I am calling. Remember, the place is becoming this chi field. The place is becoming empty, transparent, and filling with this chi from the chi field and the information in the chi field of today. And then the changes are happening automatically inside. The sick information is dispersing. Healthy information is transforming the sick information, like light dispersing shadows. The healthy chi is gathering and accumulating, and so the chi and information are flowing better and are further helping along with more healing even. All the sick cells, because they are sick chi, like cancer cells or blockages, are just going to be dispersed. Toxins of medications or wrong eating or whatever it is that the toxins come from the outside, will be just dispersed from the healthy chi flowing in. And your body will be healthy and free of toxins. Chi is everything, and healthy chi dispels all unhealthy chi, always. And with this state of consciousness, you will send chi in, look straight forward, and draw your vision back to the center of the head, closing your eyes. Your tongue tip is resting on the upper palate. Lift from Baihui, so your spine is natural and upright. Lift Hui to lower Dantian. Make yourself one with the chi field. Dissolve into the chi field. Unify with the chi field. Lift the chi field above your head. Open the top of your head and pour the chi down through the whole body of chi. Your body has turned into a chi field body. Chi is streaming in, free and well. The whole chi is open and flowing freely. All is healed, cleared and well. Bring the chi into your head, to the whole head. Brain, head is healthy. Chi filling your head. Chi filling your shin. Think inside your eyes. Chi gathering there. Eyes are functioning normally and strong. Airways, sinuses, the whole mouth with everything in it. Teeth, gums, jaw, saliva, tongue, all is healthy, well, sick information dispersed and cleared. Ears, neck and throat, lymph nodes, airways, esophagus, shoulders, the left and the right shoulders, both, the whole area. Armpits, both arms, chi is abundant and flowing freely. Lungs, unify the chi field and information with your lungs deep inside. Sick information is dispersed, sun, clear and healthy. Chi is gathering in the lungs. Your heart, heart and blood, and all the blood vessels in the body of Chi are healthy. Right breast, sick Chi is dispersed and cleared. Tumors are gone. Left breast, healthy Chi filling up. The whole chest, send Chi in. Send Chi deep inside. Your whole chest is filling with bright and healthy Chi, and sick Chi has been dispersed and cleared. Dispersed and cleared. Liver, gallbladder. Stomach, pancreas and spleen. Chi is gathering deeply. Small and large intestines. kidneys. Kidney chi is abundant, clear, free of unhealthy information. Chi is gathering inside your kidneys. Send chi to the center one more time, the whole digestive system. Your immune system is healthy. Your lymph system is functioning perfectly. All the lymph nodes are completely healthy. Urinary system and reproductive system, send chi in. Chi is unblocked and flowing freely. All is well and healthy. Well and healthy. Send chi into your right groin and buttock and pelvis. Keep your hands there, send the chi through your right hip, thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle and foot. Gently move the toes of your right foot. Send the chi into your left groin and left buttocks, left pelvis. Your left hip, thigh, left knee, lower legs, left ankle and foot. Gently move the toes of your left foot. Now lift the chi field up again above your head. And put the chi field into the center of your head, the beginning of your spine. Your spine has turned into a chi column. Drag the chi field down, in and around your spine. Cervical spine. The whole nervous system is healthy. Bone marrow is healthy. Chi is healthy. Thoracic spine. lumbar spine, sacrum, sacral joints and sacrum, all is healthy, balanced and well. Welu, tailbone, brought Qi and the Qi field to lower Dantian. Qi from the universe is flowing into the Qi field and lower Dantian. From there out into the Qi field body, nourishing to the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers and the top of your head. Qi is flowing back to Dantian and from the universe to Dantian. Dantian Qi. Dantian Qi is abundant. Unify, carry the Qi field up to middle Dantian. Dantian Qi. Abundant Dantian Qi from the universe. Qi is flowing into middle Dantian. From there to all the organs and channels, back to Dantian and from the universe. Lift the Qi field up to upper Dantian. Dantian Qi. Qi is abundant in upper Dantian. Unify with all of the universe. Yuan Qi, draw it back around and inside lower Dantian. Put your hands and mind into lower Dantian, nourished Qi. Feel the deep state of consciousness, the calmness, the relaxed state. You are natural, you are chi, you are pain-free and healthy. All disease and sickness is gone, dispersed, it has cleared completely. You are healthy. All the self-healing mechanisms are running to their maximum. Healthy chi will continue to clear. All is well. Everything is repaired. No reactions are necessary. Everything is clearing just like this. Just keep hanging out in this deep state. Chi keeps gathering from the universe. And then rub Chi into Dantian left, 2, 3, to the right, 1, 2, 3, draw Chi in, and you can either lay back, relax back, go back to sleep, or just keep enjoying this state with closed eyes. Or you can do the head and face with me, gather Chi in your hands. If you don't do the head and face now, do it later by yourself. In tongue, temples, eyes, airways, the whole face, the head. Come for your consciousness by Hui Yu Chen. Vibrate Chi in the ears. And massage your earlobes from top to bottom. Pull the lobes. And gently open your eyes. Thank you very much.